No wonder there's a record crime wave in this country.
All right, Betty, I think you've made your point.
I've hardly started.
I've come to take him back to Emmerdale.
Well, thank goodness for that.
I didn't think you'd want to wait and be brought home in a police car.
If I never see a police car or a policeman again, it will be too soon.
Now, you both need to come down to the station next week.
There you are, you see. Police harassment. That's what it is.
We're just trying to establish the facts.
The facts? I will tell you the facts. There are dangerous criminals roaming the countryside, and you are wasting time bullying innocent pensioners.
You're making it worse, Betty. Let's just go back with Jack while we can.
What's going on? Ray? You okay?
I think so. Should have a better idea in the morning.
Kidnappers do that to you?
Well, they were gone by the time I got there.
Well, what happened?
Ask her.
Well, I didn't know what was going on, did I? There could have been a dangerous axe murderer coming through that door.
Yeah, I want you both back at this station next Thursday, 10:30 a.m. prompt. Have you got that?
Yeah, they will be, officer. I'll make sure of that.
I hope so. It's my day off.
Kids gone already?
Yes, got to get going soon myself. But I hoped we'd have a chance to have a talk first.
Yeah?
I hardly got a wink of sleep last night, worrying about work, and the dingles and everything.
Yeah, this is from Andy Seymour. He's left general practice. He's taken up a post in university research. Huh. I'm sorry, darling. Well, what were you saying?
Doesn't matter.
Hey, you really are down this morning, aren't you? Come on, tell me all about it.
Morning.
Morning, Betty. Could you start with the bedrooms today, please?
Well, I shall have to have a sit down and a cup of tea first. Steady my nerves.
What's wrong?
Seth and me was kidnapped. I've been up half the night at the police station.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, you shouldn't have come into work today. You could have phoned. We'd have understood.
Oh, no, Mrs. M. I couldn't let you down. That's the trouble with the world today. People don't take the responsibilities seriously.
We know how conscientious you are, Betty. We could have managed for one day. Anyway, I've got to get off to work.
Anne Harrod. There you go, Betty. Anne Harrod. Darling, I thought you wanted to talk.
Not much prospect of that, is there?
Yeah, well, what about tonight?
Unless something else comes up.
Why don't we go out for dinner? Now, it's a long time since we've done that. Go on, and then we'll be certain that nobody will disturb us.
OK.
All right. Bye, darling.
Doctor?
I'm surprised Charlie didn't wake you up. Didn't he start barking when they tried to snatch the caravan?
He's not a guard dog. He's a born coward who riding under blanket.
Robert wants to hear all about your adventures.
Don't you go pestering Seth too much. He's been through a terrible ordeal.
Hey, don't worry, I'm happy to tell lad about it.
That's Robert's breakfast, Seth.
I don't mind.
I'll make another.
Sausage would be nice while you're frying.
How many of them were there? Was it a whole gang?
Well, I didn't get a chance to count them, but we were obviously outnumbered. With a bit of bacon, it was rounded off perfect.
Weren't you scared?
No, I'd got my trusty shotgun by my side. But to listen to police, you'd think I was criminal. They kept giving me 3 degrees about having a loaded shotgun in my caravan.
Where's my sandwiches, Sarah?
I'm afraid I haven't had time to make them yet. There's some ham on the side. You could do it yourself.
You were hungry.
I think I'll phone the police.
What for? They don't need to see us until next week.
Yeah, but you'll want to know what time we can collect your caravan. You'll be much more comfier in your own home.
Tate Enterprises AGM. Could have handed me this over the breakfast table.
I like everything to be official.
Wasting company's money on stamps. No financial director after you. You're out early?
Yeah, I've got to interview for a relief manager at the stables. Kathy off sick and us off on honeymoon. We need someone urgently.
Right. Can't let anything spoil the...
What's up?
Insurance check for the written off MG.
Oh, well, have to put it down to experience, I suppose.
Put it down to Eric Pollard, more like.
There's no point getting angry about it. Like you say, Don't want anything to spoil our honeymoon. See you later.
I'm not going to let him get away with this.
What did they say?
They need to hang on to the caravan for fingerprint and forensic testing.
How long's that going to take?
Could be some time by the sounds of it.
So where are you and Betty going to live then, sir?
Oh, maybe somebody will have a tent they can lend us.
You joking? You freeze to death in this weather?
Surely it's up to the police to find somewhere to put you up. It's their responsibility.
Ah, well, that's as maybe, but Betty wouldn't accept their charity. Not where she feels about it. We'd rather sleep rough.
There's no need for that. You can stay here, can't they, Jack?
Yeah, of course.
That's great.
We won't be any trouble.
It'll be no trouble at all. I'll get the spare bed made up.
Dad,
What?
I think Charlie's been sick over there.
I'm going down to the wool pack, so I can drop Alice off at nursery for you.
Oh, great. Is that all right with you?
Yes.
Good.
Alan's at the brewery today about that loan, so I thought he could do with a bit of a pep talk.
Oh, best of luck.
I could babysit for you tonight as well, if you like.
Well, why? I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you should be, young man your age. You don't get out enough.
Mum, that's because I've got nowhere to go and no one to go with.
I don't believe you. What about that girl you went out with last year?
Julie?
Yeah, that's the one.
She went back to her husband.
Well, there was that other girl, Barbara.
Yeah, oh, she emigrated. Working on a sheep farm now in New South Wales, I think.
Nick, there must be lots of girls you could call. You used to be so popular.
Did I?
Yeah, of course you did. What about that girl at the shoot?
Married. Anyway, she was too posh.
There must be somebody who isn't married, emigrated or joined a convent.
Not as far as I know. Look, Mum, I know you mean well, but I don't think it's going to work.
I just hate to see you moping around that flat all the time. You've got your whole life ahead of you. You should start enjoying it.
All right, I'll think about it.
Good. Come on, Alice, say bye to Daddy.
Bye.
Off we go.
Jack! Oh, it's grand you and Sarah are helping us out like that. Seth just told me.
Oh, forget it, Betty. It's the least we could do.
Well, I want you to know it's very much appreciated, and I'm going to do all I can to help out.
You needn't feel that you've got to, you know...
I mean, it's not
Betty.
that I'm criticising Sarah, but I couldn't help but notice that the house needed a thorough going through. So I'm going to start a proper spring clean next week.
Next week? Well, you're only staying for a couple of days, aren't you?
Well, there's no telling how long the police will want to keep the caravan. And to be honest, I'm that nervous. I don't think I could bear to set foot in the place again. Well, I mustn't stand here gossiping. Things to do.
I think the kidnapper's got away light.
Right. I don't know what she does to the enemy, but she terrifies me.
Well, I hope I can pull this off, if only to spite him.
It'll do more than that, Alan. This is going to be a whole new start for the wool pack.
How do I look?
Perfect.
Never mind fashion show. Is there anybody serving in here?
I'll be with you in a minute, Seth.
Aren't you going to wish me luck?
You don't need it, but I will do anyway. Good luck, Alan.
All new staff for Woolpack, she said.
I don't like the sound of that at all. Where was Turner going in this Sunday, Beth?
Brewery.
I knew there was something up.
Yeah, he's planning some improvements.
What improvements?
He's going to make the place brighter, livelier, more welcoming.
That's publican's language for putting beer prices up. You better get 'em in while you can still afford it.
Right, pint for Seth and I'll have half, please.
I don't know. Don't know why Seth's bothered about prices going up. Seldom puts his hand in his pocket.
I know. Mind you, as long as he keeps his hand out of mine, I should be grateful, I suppose. How's Cassie feeling now?
She's a bit better, thanks, David.
I don't suppose she's up to visit us yet.
Why don't you go round and ask her? I think she might be glad of some company.
Yeah, I might just do that.
Hello? Claire? Guess who? No, it's Nick. Nick Bates. Yeah, it has been a long time, hasn't it? Oh, no, me and Elsa split up some time ago now. Look, I just, well, I was wondering if you fancied doing something tonight, actually. Oh, I see. How about sometime next week, then? Oh, right. Well, some other time, then, perhaps. Hello? Claire?
You wanted to see me?
Yes, I asked you for a list of pupils to help out on Parents' Evening.
I've given it to the school secretary.
Yes. I notice you haven't included Tina Dingle.
Well, that's hardly surprising, is it?
Oh, may I ask your reasons?
I would have thought they were perfectly obvious. The school is on show, so I wanted the best behaved, brightest pupils around me. And as Tina is the sort of girl who can't wait to get out as soon as the bell's rung, I would have thought it was rather risky to include her in after-school events.
You don't think her eagerness to get out of school might have something to do with your treatment of her?
I treat her like any other pupil.
Yes, well, we both know that's not true, Mrs. McAllister. You've allowed your personal problems to influence your attitude to the girl.
I have done my best to cope with an extremely difficult situation.
Yes, perhaps. But I've decided to take control of the situation myself. I've asked Tina to join your helpers group on Thursday evening. She's an intelligent girl, you know.
Oh, yes. She's bright. I've never doubted that.
Well, then it's up to us to channel that intelligence in a constructive way. Give her responsibility and she'll rise to the occasion. If you fight her, her instinct will force her to fight back.
She's really conned you, hasn't she?
I've been headmaster here for many years, and I'm proud of my record. Not just with the easy pupils, the middle-class students who come to us with every advantage, oh no. I'm proud of those we've helped to achieve results their parents never thought possible. Seems to me that's what teaching's all about. I've been concerned about your position in this school for some time, Mrs. McAllister. Well, now, I'm beginning to wonder if you're in the right profession at all. You will include Tina Dingle on Parents' Evening, and you will make it work. Do I make myself clear?
Derek and Camilla will be responsible for meeting parents as they arrive and for directing anyone who isn't familiar with the school geography. Okay? Thank you.
Sorry I'm late, Mrs. McAllister.
That's all right, Tina. I've learned to expect it. But as you weren't here 20 minutes ago, I'm afraid we've sorted out Thursday evening now.
Why ain't my name on here?
It was. But when you didn't turn up, I thought you'd lost interest.
Well, I'm here now, so you better change it back.
There's no need for that. If you do manage to get here on Thursday, you can help where needed.
That ain't good enough, see? I can do a better job than any of those dweebs. And if you want to know why I were late, I were running an errand for the headmaster. So if you've got a problem about it, you better take it up with him. And if you start victimising me again, my dad'll be straight round here to complain. Now, let's get this sorted out properly, shall we?
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you out of bed. Your mum said you were feeling better.
Did you want something?
Wanted some flowers.
Thanks. How sweet of you.
Can I come in? I won't be long. I've got to get back to work soon.
Yeah, okay. Just for a minute. Mr. Turner?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Turner. Busy day, you know how it is. Do sit down. Just been reading your letter. The Woolpack sounds a plum pub. Idyllic rural location. Upmarket clientele. You must be very proud to own it.
Yes, I certainly am. You must let me show you around the place sometime.
Don't worry, Mr. Turner, I intend to. Make a nice change from some of the dumps I have to see. Of course, some people might wonder why you need any help from the brewery at all if the place is this good.
Well, I think I have explained in my letter. I have plans for big improvements.
Very wise decision, considering the recent downturn in trade. I see you attribute that to personal problems.
I lost my wife recently.
And you've been hitting the bottle a bit. It's all right, Mr. Turner. I'm not making moral judgments. I'll leave that to the clergy. Statistics show boozing has always been a problem amongst publicans.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Glad to hear it. But the only judgment I need to make is whether you and the brewery can still make a good profit out of the Woolpack. That way everyone's happy. I like everyone to be happy, don't you, Mr. Turner?
Yes, of course.
Excellent. Because what would make me happy is a well-thought-out business plan and some competent designs. That way we'll all know where we're going.
Well, I have made some suggestions in my letter.
This is all too vague, Mr. Turner, too pie in the sky. Proper costings, projected profit margins, facts and figures, those are the things that give me confidence.
Well, I could always...
I can put you in touch with a good designer.
Well, thank you.
And I can help with the wording of the business plan.
Well, that's very good of you, but I think
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. I'm sure with a bit of cooperation, we can bring the Woolpack into the 20th century.
Look, I know you've been upset, but shutting yourself away in here's no answer.
I just don't feel ready to face people yet.
They're on your side. Everyone's really sorry about what's happened.
I'm not looking for sympathy.
Yeah, well, that's not why I'm here. I was hoping that me and you, we might meet. Possibly for a drink. Maybe.
I don't think that would be a very good idea. It's not that I don't like you. It's just the wrong time.
If you keep shutting yourself away, it's never going to be the right time, is it? You've got to start somewhere. Look, all I'm talking about is a little drink down Woolpack. Where's harm in that, eh?
Okay.
When?
Well, first
It's a date. See? You're feeling better already.
Can I help you find what you're looking for, Caroline? Oh, Lonely Hearts? I wouldn't have thought that was up your street.
I was just curious.
Look, I didn't mean to pry. I guess things must seem quiet now. You and Eric aren't seeing one another anymore.
Oh, I wasn't looking for myself.
It's okay, Caroline. Don't have to explain. It's none of my business.
I would like to explain, but it would have to be just between the two of us.
Well, I can be discreet when I have to be.
It's for Nick.
What?
Well, I'm worried about him being lonely. It's not that he's unattractive. He just never gets the chance to meet anyone. His whole life's taken up with work and looking after Alice.
So I've decided to give him a nudge in the right direction.
Suppose you think it's a ridiculous idea?
No, not at all. I think it's very motherly. But I think you could use a bit of advice.
My mother's recipe, this. Country vegetable pie. Ooh, you're gonna love it.
I'm not really hungry, Betty.
This'll soon change your mind. Stick to your ribs, as my mother used to say.
Come on, Charlie, roll over.
Down. Hey, Robert, don't get that dog too excited. Don't want to upset his delicate stomach and make him sick again.
No, he likes learning tricks, does Charlie.
We're teaching him to roll over and die for the Queen.
Maybe if I fetched me shotgun, he'd learn quicker. Oh, it's just a joke, son. Can we go down to the Woolpack?
I'm busy, Jack.
We might get a chance to talk.
I'm trying to type these notes for Andrew.
I'll look after you, Jack. All right if me and Jack go to Woolpack for a jar?
They always leave the women to do the work, eh, Sarah?
Well, this is much better, isn't it, eh? Give us both a chance to unwind and get our troubles off our chests.
You could certainly do with that after the day I've had.
Yes, I know what you mean. My first patient this morning was the appalling Mrs. Atkins and her stabbing pains. Woman's a complete hypochondriac.
Bernard,
What?
I don't give a damn about Mrs. Atkins.
Yes, well, I do know what you mean, but professional etiquette
I
demands...
thought you were going to listen to what I had to say.
Yes, I am. Here, come on. Don't be tetchy. Go on, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Thank you.
Yes, let me see. I will have the insalata tricolore, followed by the spaghetti vongole. Are you ready to order, Anne-Harriet?
Cheers, Jack.
Cheers, love.
So, how did it go?
Well, it was a bit sticky at first, but I think the signs are looking good. They put me in touch with a design company who's sending someone to look at the place next week.
Good.
And then I've got just to prepare my business plan.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help.
Oh, my goodness. It's him. It's the man from the brewery.
Quick, go and make him welcome.
If you some brewery and get your best business plan going, knock some at the price of your beer. That's what your customers want.
Come on, Seth. I don't think you're invited.
Mr. Taylor, what a nice surprise. Alan. Nice to see you.
Not working tonight, Ray?
I'll be off for a week after what Betty did to me.
Give over your skiving. She hardly touched you.
She hit me with a cast iron frying pan, Seth. Doctor said I was lucky she didn't break my skull.
Some of your upmarket clientele?
Aye, wait folk who matter. And have a few things to say to you about how this pub should be run.
I'm sure it will all blow over in time.
You mean shut up, don't make waves, and hope for the best.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Well, come on, why do you have to be so negative about everything?
I suppose because this rather pathetic attempt to put a bit of romance back into our lives is just too little, too late.
Yeah, all right, just keep your voice down.
Why? I don't think our reputation locally can get much worse, do you? And a bit of tired old pasta certainly isn't doing the trick.
Oh, do you want some pudding? That Zabaglione, eh? The house of speciality.
I'm fighting for my job against the head and the Board of Governors. As a doctor, you must be about as popular as the Boston Strangler. So unless you have any constructive advice on how to deal with the situation, I suggest we go home.
Just the bill, I think.
Trouble with you folk is you're not in touch with what your customers really want.
Seth's off on his favourite subject again.
Yeah. Would you excuse me, Frank?
We do have regular customer surveys.
Surveys? That's what gave us them technical dream palaces.
You're not allowed in here, you know that.
This won't take long. I'm just calling in a debt. I've come for my money.
Out. I'm sorry, but I shall have to ask you to leave these premises. You're barred.
My dear fellow, I wouldn't be seen dead drinking in this slop house, but it's a matter of your debts. I have come for what you owe me.
Get out!
Not until I've got my 20,000
Stay out of it,
pounds.
Frank. Remember your heart.
He's got to be told.
Don't
Right,
just stand
Alan,
there.
we've all had enough of you.
I am not leaving here until I have my money.
Wrong, you're out. Jack, ready when you are. Frank!
I quite enjoy it.
I'm so sorry about this little disturbance.
Well, at least you won't be needing a cabaret. Your customers seem to provide that.